What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Another attar review from the house of Maison Anthony Marmin. And before I proceed, if you're new to this channel, I welcome you on board and make sure you're subscribed and hit the thumbs up button if you like contents like these. Let's not delay, let's talk about the beautiful fragrance or attar that's called Mukhallat Omani. Now, I was really interested to try something that has real frankincense, which is also called Luban in that part of the world, in the eastern part of the world, or Middle Eastern, whatever you call it. And I was really interested in this one because the way it has that citrusy part and there's a hint of spiciness. So that kind of like got my attention. I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. I believe this is going to be another beautiful gem of a fragrance or attar. Now, on the top, you have frankincense from Oman, which is also known as Luban, and it has some lemon. On the mids, you've got Arabian spices and lime, and on the base, you have oud and white musk. Pretty simple, right? Now, this is the beautiful bottle. This is a 3 ml bottle. It's the new presentation, and this is one of the older presentation bottles, so you can see there's quite the difference. The dipstick is built into the cap, and over here, you really need to, once you open it, the dipstick, you have to just pull it out. So that's the difference. And also the box is beautifully done. This is the newer presentation, so this comes in this one. So let's not delay, let's not talk about older stuff. Let's talk about Mukhallat Omani. This fragrance or attar is on the lighter side of things. And when I say lighter, I do not mean that it's less in potency. What I'm trying to mean is that it's not as dense. The smell or the fragrance is not as super complex as the other ones. And the way it develops, it's very simple. It's pretty straightforward. Once you apply this, what I found this attar, when I applied it, the frankincense or from Oman, which is also called Luban as per the website, the Luban just opens up and there's kind of like a tad bit of medicinal vibe to it, like very tad bit. It's not a skanky one. It's not a super medicinal one, as in like a cough syrup or something. But there's a kind of like a raw kind of smell to it, but it's very mild. And that lasts for like around, I don't know, maybe a minute or two, and then it's gone. That's where the lemon and the frankincense combine to produce this beautiful essence. And that's a very uplifting and fresh fragrance. It's not juicy, it's not absolutely dry, it's somewhere in the middle. It's uplifting and it's very beautiful. Once this attar starts drying down, like around 2 to 3 hours mark, that's where the spices and the lime come in. And this is where things get a bit interesting. Now, the spices are not overwhelming spiciness. So you may have heard about oud for greatness and red tobacco from Mancera, all those fragrances. You know how spicy they can get? This is kind of like in that DNA of spiciness, but very, very, very toned down. It's a lot, way more toned down. So you get a hint. Imagine like you're passing by a spice bazaar in the Middle East, or maybe somewhere in Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, somewhere, Dubai. So you're passing by the spice bazaar. There's a, like a bit of wind or breeze blowing through, and you get the smell. You just get the waft of it, not the entire thing. That's what I'm trying to express over here. It's very mild, very toned down. But the interesting thing here is the lime. So the lime over here, I was wondering, like, it was most likely going to be like one of that spicy lime kind of thing. Like, imagine your tajin seasoning with that lime or lemon. It's not like that. It's not a feeling like that. But what happens is the spiciness keeps on working in the background, but at the same time, what I noticed is that the lime, you feel like it's like a candied, sweet kind of lime. Imagine a sweet candy, lime candy. Beautiful, right? So it's not overwhelmingly sweet. It's very mild. Everything in this fragrance in Mukhallat Omani is very mild and on the lighter side. That's exactly what I tried to mean. Drying down this fragrance, I got this kind of like a dusty kind of feel, woody, dusty kind of feel, and I believe that's where the oud comes in. The oud over here is not one of the main players, but thing is, the oud is working as a background note. You got white musk over here, and definitely it plays a role because I do pick up some of that powdery, like almost like a fresh linen detergent kind of smell, but it's very mild. But the main player over here, the frankincense or the Luban and the lemon, those are the main players. So it's a very nice, fresh, uplifting thing. It stays very light around you. It does not project too much, but it does leave a nice scent trail. Again, if you have noticed the other oils, I don't know if I can show it to you properly, but if you see, like I'm gonna turn this bottle upside down, you'll see the bubbles go up, like see, like there's a consistency to it. I don't know if you can see it, but over here it goes out pretty fast. So that's what I'm saying. Like again, Mukhallat Omani. Again, Mukhallat, the word Mukhallat means mixture. Let me know in the comments if I'm mistaken, dude. I'm not Arabian, so I'm not an Arabic speaking person, so I could be wrong. But from my knowledge over the years, what I found out that Mukhallat means a mixture. So basically, this attar is a mixture of different things. So maybe that's why it has a whole different characteristic. But it's on the lighter side. It's on the fresher side. It's very comforting, I must say. Luban again has a lot of health benefits. It helps you sleep better. Sometimes I think, I mean, the nights when I applied it, I did sleep better, I believe. I mean, I never took note of it, but yeah, I mean, the smell helps, definitely helps. And because these are like authentic ingredients in these attars from the house of Maison Anthony Marmin, I can 100% rely on this brand because they're like top-notch quality. Like totally loving their products. Like I've got so many before, and then I'm gonna buy even more, of course, but these are like real gems. I mean, must have, must have, and must try. If you can afford them, go ahead, by all means grab it. If you want to give it a try, they do have sample vials, so you know it doesn't cost you an arm and leg. Just pay for shipping. I think it's around $20 or $25 US, and you can add as many as you want. So yeah, just be my guest. Go ahead, give it a try. So Mukhallat Omani again is on the lighter side of things. It's fresher. It's very comforting. It's like, you know, like even if you're out in the heat in the sun, this attar just opens up and it just fills your senses with that beautiful mild light citrusy vibe with that beautiful calming cooling effect of the Luban. I just love it. It's a beautiful attar, I must say. Again, it's not one of your complex ones. It's a bit on the simpler side of things. It's a bit lighter and it develops pretty straightforward very nicely. That was my take on Mukhallat Omani. Let me know in the comments section. Have you tried it? Have you tried anything else? And until the next video, guys, please take care, stay safe, and all the best.